It's a no-brainer that sound design is vital when it comes to making first-person shooters. When your objective mainly revolves around shooting at enemy targets, you're gonna need some punchy sound effects to make that action really satisfying, mainly to avoid making said action feel redundant. A great example of this is with the Halo series of games, where each gun features a unique but powerful sound effect to make shooting at the Covenant really fun, for lack of a better word.
I'm gonna warm things up.
Whether it's the Magnum, the Plasma Pistol, or the Needler, no gun feels the exact same from each other, which makes the game stand out from the typical FPS game. It's also really interesting to see how the sound effects of these guns evolve with each game. For example, here's the Assault Rifle in Halo 1, and here's the Assault Rifle in Halo 4. This leads to the main subject of this video, the detachable turret. Turrets in Halo has had an interesting evolution. While there weren't any detachable ones in Combat Evolved, there were still mountable turrets in the form of shade turrets. And honestly, knowing they're not detachable ones, it makes them kind of useless to use, especially since you're more vulnerable to any airborne attacks. With Halo 2, they added UNSC turrets to the mix, as well as plenty other ground turrets that you can mount on. But just like in Combat Evolved, you can't detach them, so you're just stuck there until you get out of the turret, leaving you vulnerable once more. And since you're weaker than you are in the first game health-wise, yeah, mounting on a turret is definitely not recommended. That is, until Halo 3, where the player can finally detach a turret and move it around the battle area, making it feel like more of a Spartan than ever, carrying around this behemoth of a weapon, lighting up enemies as you go, with the cherry on top being the sound effect to rip the damn thing off. It's really satisfying. The way it has that mini explosive-like sound effect just makes it sound like you're ripping its guts out, like the game is telling you, yeah, you're ready to kick some fucking ass! If you don't suck at the game, at least. So I have one question. Why did every Fallout game nerf the shit out of that sound? I'm surprised that the downgrade started with ODST, since it uses the exact same engine as 3, obviously, and houses the exact same sound effects for all the weapons. So it's really weird to me that Bungie decided to weaken the sound to detach a turret. It makes me sad. Late Night Gaming has already made a great video on the turret's aesthetical downgrade, pointing out that the little details that it had in Halo 3, such as the detach animation itself, the muzzle effect, and the way you move around the weapon, have all been lacking ever since Reach.
I feel the presentation and sheer charisma of the turret began to dissipate. What was once this incredibly powerful gameplay moment, a Spartan showing their strength on the field, was reduced over the course of 5 years into this flat, sterile thing.
It briefly mentions its sound, but honestly, I feel like that's the worst part of all this. No longer does it sound like you're tearing through a multi-ton weapon, ready to shred anyone in your path. Instead, it just sounds like you're ripping off a toy. It's honestly depressing.
Listen to this.
What the fuck is that? That was not a detach, that was like a pulling out thing, dude. Like, what the fuck? Dude, I have expected to next time go like...
And it's like this with every Halo game after 3, making 3 the only game in the series to have that powerful sound effect. ODST has it, Reach has it, 4 has it, 5 has it, hell, even Halo Infinite has a similar sound effect.
What the fuck?
It's been left mostly unchanged for 4 straight games now, even after the new developers 343 took over. It's really funny how with each game, they try their best to beef up every weapon sound effect, yet the turret detach still remains the same after over a decade.
Anyways, time to detach this turret again.
It's so depressing. I never thought a sound from a video game I don't care about could hurt me. Now I'm like convinced that anything can hurt me.
Like the point of these games, at least in its gameplay, is that you're like a 7-foot super soldier with the strength to flip over a whole ass vehicle and skill enough to hold any weapon at your disposal. So I think the sound design should reflect on that strength, and it's been reflected really well with almost every weapon. Having these dinky ass sound effects just ruins the immersion, to the point where it's almost comical how pathetic the sound is. So, I'm hoping with the next Halo game, whenever that comes out, they bring back that beefy detachable turret that's been missing since Halo 3. Yeah, I know this video is just one giant nitpick, but also shut up and get out of here.